Hey guys, Drifter here. Right now you're looking at the Modern Warfare Spec Ops reveal trailer. It's pretty fast-paced and crazy, but I'm going to try to break it all down today for you, but I wanted to start off with a summary that I got from a press release first. It says, "The threat to the world doesn't end as the sun sets on Modern Warfare's campaign. A greater evil has taken over the Eastern Hemisphere, and it's up to the Global Alliance Armistice, a joint force of Alliance and Coalition operators led by Kate Laswell and Sergeant Kamarov to stop and sever global terror organizations' access to weapons, funds, intelligence, and hardware." The press release continues to say that Spec Ops is going to be available on all platforms at launch, even PC and Xbox. So again, if you are an Xbox or PC player, you can play this and play this crossplay. The only thing that's going to be exclusive to the PlayStation 4 is the survival mode, which is a bonus mode inside Spec Ops, but the rest of Spec Ops everybody else gets. And to clarify, they also wanted to make it very clear in the press release that they all get it at the same time. There's no exclusivity or waiting period, so that when Spec Ops updates, it updates for PS4, Xbox, and PC users all at the same time. You play the mode in teams of 4, kind of like zombies, and it's on massive open world maps where you have to plan your own approach. It seems like vehicles are going to be included too for some sections, and the general path here seems to be that you can choose stealth or tactical or sort of real life espionage action, or you can just go balls out and guns ablazing and try to kill everybody and take everything by force. And supposedly the AI that controls the enemy units is supposed to try to understand what you're trying to do and mirror and react to sort of create that experience for you. All of your multiplayer progress carries over, so you can level up your multiplayer gear and just use gear that you earned in multiplayer here in Spec Ops. So basically, whatever you have in multiplayer, you can take on over here to Spec Ops and play. I assume that's just to keep the one single unified leveling system all intact and nice and clean. This also includes operators, operator skins, weapons, charms, emotes, all that sort of stuff. And the mode comes with 4 operations at launch, or 4 missions that you can play through, with more coming later. I'm assuming that this is going to be kind of like Infinity Ward's new Zombies, and instead of doing zombies, you're going to be doing kind of crazy Spec Ops missions with an overarching story, and I guess there'll be more than one way to skin a cat or one way to play through it, since there's going to be so many choices in the open world. Let's take a quick look at some in-game screenshots for some more detailed stuff. The plot seems to be about stolen nuclear weapons. The maps look absolutely huge in scale, big enough for you to drive cars and jeeps and stuff around in. And the aerial shot of the AC-130 also gives you a really good idea of the scale of the map. Pripyat, or Chernobyl, is back as a location. This is pretty much identical to the Modern Warfare 1 or COD 4 one. Enemies seem to be varied, numerous to say the least, and there are lots of juggernauts. It seems like juggernauts are the big bad boy units in this one. There does seem to be a heist component to this mode, because you use a giant buzzsaw to cut through a steel gate and then crack a bank vault, and you're talking about stealing funds and nukes and high-value targets. It seems a little bit sort of Ocean's 11-y, so to speak. It looks like the operator abilities, such as the barrier, will be carrying over from multiplayer, so whatever operator ability you use in multiplayer, I assume you can use it here, and that's assuming all multiplayer stuff carries over, maybe minus the streaks. I wouldn't imagine you could get kill and score streaks just at any time, because then it'd make the levels too complicated, and I assume the reason for this is just that it makes it easier to code. Also, in Last Stand, it seems like you can get rezzed, so that's a thing. So when you die, you fall down in Last Stand, pull out your pistol like in Zombies and wait for a teammate to come save you. The last level looks a lot like a nod to Mile High Club from COD 4, except maybe on steroids. That was one of the best missions in their game, their little bonus mission. And at the very end, you get to jump out of an exploding plane, which looks cool. And then after that, there's a teaser of Zakhaev coming back from good old COD 4. We get one new villain back, and I'm assuming that's the evil leader that they're talking about. Now that we've covered all the facts that are available, let's do a brief opinion time. It looks to me basically like somebody made an open world mission system for Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops and gave it more scale. They just made the maps bigger and gave you more choices. They added up to 4 players, so you can do co-op kind of like Zombies, because this is going to be kind of like their Zombies mode. It looks like it's going to be fun. It looks like it's going to be good, like there's going to be a lot to do. Given the story tie-ins, how it's supposed to tie into the campaign, and its length and scale and size, I'm assuming that this is Infinity Ward's zombie equivalent, and I'm also going to to assume that there's going to be Easter eggs or some big story payoff or some like secret missions and stuff that you can do in it. I do plan to play this mode and post some of it and kind of explore it, and I hope it pans out as good as it looks. Guys, that's all for this short video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful, and if you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.